Hello, my name is Louis Marvel and today we are doing a Pokemon challenge. It's not a Nuzlocke fortunately, but I still consider this as a hard challenge. The challenge is using a water type only to try and finish Emerald Kaizo. I'll try not to overlevel too much, and since I don't have any strategy or anything that can guarantee us the win, hopefully luck is on our side. For our starter, obviously we are picking Mudkip, and as you can see, this is already a rigged fight. Zigzagoon is spamming Sand attack to make sure we can attack him, and we actually almost lose to this level 2 tutorial Zigzagoon fight. This is just a reminder that shows how hard is this ROM hack. And yeah, I'm naming my Mudkip a grass because this thing will be dying to a grass move a lot such as a Giga Drain and a Solar Beam. The first rival battle actually doesn't change much from the original game, but the Trico right now is using Quick Attack instead of Pound. But since we are a little bit higher level right now, it doesn't really matter. Before we go to the Mobile City and fight in the first gym, there is a battle with the Red himself, which is quite fun. He's using a team with an Eevee, Pikachu, and the three original starter from Generation 1. But the battle isn't much of a challenge right now because we are slightly over leveled for this, but this is needed to fight in the gym later. So it's time for the first gym. Roxanne is leading with her Nosepass and she's holding a citrus berry in it. She is able to attract my Marstorm and make me miss some of my Mudshot, and since Mudshot did not kill, the Nosepass is most likely going for self-destruct there, so I switch into a Kabuto to tank the damage instead. The next Pokemon Roxanne uses is an Anorith, and Anorith actually able to leave a Bubble Beam there, and land a good amount of damage to us using a Rock Slide. But the next Bubble Beam able to take it down and there's 2 Pokemon down. The next Pokemon is actually the one I'm most concerned about. It's a Lilip with a Giga Drain and a Citrus Berry. Even with a super effective Ice Beam, it still deals like nothing. We get a lucky freeze with an Ice Beam, but he just defrosted instantly and Lovelace is dead by a critical hit Giga Drain there. Poliwag comes in and able to Hypnosis to make it sleep, and we actually able to land 3 Bubble Beam into it, removing his Citrus Berry. But eventually, Poliwag goes down to a Giga Drain and Deadly Lip is back to full HP. Krabi comes in with an Ice Beam, but the Lilip is able to heal back up using a Giga Drain. And an Orange Berry is activated there, but that thing did not help at all, and Krabi goes down to another Giga Drain. Kabuto comes in and land a Water Pulse on the Lilip, and we actually got a crucial confusion with the Water Pulse there. But even while confused, Lilip is able to shot another Giga Drain and bring Kabuto down. Marstorm is on the field now, and we're able to land one Mudshot on it, lowering its speed. And Lilip is hitting himself due to confusion, and that gives us the chance to land another Mudshot, winning us the battle. Next is Relican, and we Mudshot it once, and got sleep due to Young. He hits hard with a secret power, but fortunately it was just a one turn sleep, and we're able to take it down with more Mudshot there. The next Pokemon is a Shuckle, and I'll speed up this fight a bit because this thing is spamming Curse and have a Citrus Berry in it. And even though he is so tanky due to Curse, we really just need to bubble him until he goes down, not letting him use his Roller to its full potential. The last Pokemon Roxanne used is a Lunatone, and we're able to land a Water Gun on it, and he hit us back with a Confusion. But we are faster and able to land another Water Gun, and that's first gym done. The next one is the second gym. This is a Brawly with his fighting type, but there's basically nothing much that I can explain for the strategy in here. We are already a bit over level due to Roxanne's gym, and for this gym we just spamming Mudshot and Aerial Ace to all his Pokemon. The threat is just his tanky Hariyama and Hypnosis Poliwrath, but we got some lucky crit and Paralyze, and that's gym 2 done. Not much a challenge compared to Roxanne. Here's this new ice puzzle at the Dewford Cave, which is pretty fun. That is until I get lost in there for like 15 to 20 minutes. And we're moving on to Mobile City. Before reaching the third gym, we actually got blocked by our rival, and apparently our team is able to counter everyone. Bubble Beam the Plusle twice, Mudshot the Nidorino, Flail the Grovyle, Wild Charge the Pidgeotto and the Croconaw, and Bubble Beam the Charmeleon. And that's rival fight done. Next is Watson, and this is actually takes several tries. The first try is when my team is all level 30, and that was a massacre by Watson. I come back again at 35, but that's still not enough. And here I am at level 40 to finish this. Lantern is able to kill both Jolt and Ampharos by spamming Bubble Beam. Lantern, Raichu, Electabuzz, and Manectric now all got out-leveled by Swampert and dies to a single Mudshot. Not a honorable way of victory by overleveling, but I'll take it. Before we go and fight Team Magma, there's another red battle, but Red Team is not a problem at all. Even though all his starter is now at their final evolution, they still doesn't give us much of threat whatsoever. It's Team Magma time and Maxi is leading with Regis still that somehow didn't want to explode and eventually dies to several mud shots. And there's actually nothing much going on in this fight. We might be a little bit over level for this, and since we are playing on switch mode, we just be able to counter everything properly. And now it's time for the first gym, Flame Ray. This is a fire type gym and we're using a water team, so it shouldn't be that hard, right? Absolutely wrong. There's a permanent sun in here and almost everyone in Flaner's team knows Solar Beam and Hypnosis. And since Solar Beam doesn't need to charge because the sun is up, everyone is dying to death. I need to grind until we are level 55 and switching strats to win this. The fact that we are 14 level higher and using switch mode but just able to nearly win this is just no joke, man. Next is our death gym battle, and this is our first double battle for the gym. Normally this battle is kinda tricky with SP on skill swap and slugging basically killing everyone. But since we are already a bit over level due to Flanner's gym, this is not much a problem at all. The lead of Swampert and Gyarados is really good for spamming Earthquake and we're able to burst that slugging down. We also got some lucky crit on this battle. There's a lot of bulky Pokemon such as Snorlax and Tauros in the back, but in the end we still win the battle with 2 Pokemon left on the field. Good job Dad, but not good enough. There's another rival battle before the 6th gym, and this rival really doesn't learn his lesson. His team is still the same and their level is more or less equal to Norman's. This is just a sweeping, not a battle. Thanks for the SM fly though, appreciate it. It's 6th gym time and it's the Zapdos and an Aerodactyl on the field. My strategy here is baiting the Thunderbolt with Gyarados and take it with Lantern. It works well, and we actually got a lucky crit on the Zapdos there. And because of that we can kill the Zapdos with Muddy Water next turn. Crobat is here and I know that thing will Giga Drain, so I switch into Blastoise to tank the hit and hit both of them back with a Surf, and eventually killing both the Aerodactyl and the Crobat. Winona is now using a full legendary on the field and Gyarados cannot tank the hit and it goes down. And somehow Blastoise is able to hold a hidden Power Grass with 3 HP and surf the Moltres down, but eventually goes down to Articuno Ice Shard. Flygon is on the field now and we don't have any proper counter to that, so the best I can do is spam a Crab Hammer on it. But Flygon left with a sliver of HP because of the low roll, and taking down Politoed and a Lantern with an Earthquake. The third Crab Hammer did kill him though. And last is Articuno, and that thing cannot handle a 4 times super effective Rock Slide on him, and we got the 6 batch. The next one is Magma Hideout Journey, and yep, Explosion. Max is coming for a rematch, but we are already at 85 right now, so we surf the Tyranitar, Hydro the Arcanine and the Entei, Ice Punch the Flygon, Thunderbolt the Gengar, and Ice Punch the Executor. And that's Maxi down? Not much a problem. And here comes the problem. Red and Liza is leading with Latios and Latios, but I decided to focus fire the Latios first. But it needs 2 Ice Punch and Rock Slide to finish that thing. And everyone is having Lumberry here, so Freeze is useless. Gardevoir is on the field now and I don't even know that thing have a hidden Power Grass. So Swampert and Blastoise is dead. So now Gyarados and Pelipper is on the field, and we can kill the Latias with an Ice Beam. But Pelipper eventually goes down to a Thunderbolt by the Gardevoir. Starmie is here and we are switching Gyarados into Lantern after baiting the Thunderbolt, and a Double Edge is almost killing the Gardevoir, but the next Surf is able to finish it. Medicham is here and Fake Out plus Starmie Psychic is killing my Kingdra, but their Starmie also goes down to a Thunderbolt. Last is Medicham and Jirachi is on the field. A Thunderbolt and Double Edge is able to take out the Medicham, and only Jirachi is left. Even with an Ancient Power Boost and a critical hit, Jirachi cannot one-shot the Lantern, and dies to a Thunderbolt in the end. And that's Gym 7 done. The next battle is Archie, and it's another double legendary battle. And my strategy for this is just baiting Thunderbolt and switching into either Swampert and Lantern to nullify it. Both of these legendary dog hits really hard, but a spam of Surf is able to kill the Raikou. And luckily the incoming Metagross likes to spam Protect, so we can just ignore it. And several more Thunderbolt and a Surf is able to take down both the Metagross and the Suicune down. But things really changed after the Dragonite and Kingdra is out. Both of them is on the field now. Blizzard and Draco Meteor Recoil is enough to take down the Dragonite, but our Kingdra dies to a Draco Meteor too. It's 1v2 right now, but Swampert able to land a massive Earthquake and killing both of them, giving us the victory over Archie. It's time for the last gym. Willis is leading with a Kingdra and he apparently got a critical hit with an Octazooka there. We hit it back with a nice punch, got a freeze, but apparently he have a Lumberry, so it doesn't really matter there. And we dies to another Octazooka later. Lantern comes in and Kingdra actually got another critical hit, this time using a Draco Meteor. Absolute heck right there. But the Thunderbolt able to kill the Kingdra after the recoil. Cashform is next, and I'm using this thing to bait the Thunderbolt and heal the Lantern into full HP, and later kill it using my own Thunderbolt. Next is Ludicolo, but he just got flinched and dies to 2 Air Slash. Swampert is next, and he just dies to a Hydro Surf combo. Lapras also cannot handle the Thunderbolt, and last is Milotic, and we just double edge that thing. The game is not over though, there's one and it's a double battle. The team is actually pretty similar with Weleys, but the only change is one using a Vaporeon and a Lantern. There's not much a strategy in here, both of us hits really hard and I just pump Thunderbolt and a double edge. But there's like a lucky moment there where the Gyarados survived me at 1 HP and able to land one more double edge to kill the Ludicolo. Pretty good stuff there. And that's G-Mate done. And now is one last red fight. This time is leading with a legendary Ho-Oh that actually got 2 shot by the Noctiluca and a Surf. Next is a Dragonite, Pelipper able to land one Ice Beam and dies to a Draco Meteor, but Double Edge Kingdra able to kill it after. Next is another legendary, Mew, and it actually managed to hold 2 Earthquake and bring Swampert down using a Psychic, but Starmie dance comes and kill it. Snorlax is next, and this one also survived with 1 HP after taking 2 Hydro and 1 Giga Drain, but eventually another Giga Drain takes it down. Lapras comes in and also shares the same fate as the Snorlax. Last is Celebi. It can hold a Blizzard and a double edge from the Kingdra, but in the end he still got revenge kill by a Starmie. Nice fight, right? Finally we reached the Elite Four, and this is the team that I'll be using. To be honest, I kinda prefer Milotic rather than Lapras, because Milotic can use Mirror Coat and an Ice Beam, but it just takes too long to get a Milotic, so here we are. Also we changed the battle style into set mode instead of switch, because this is last fight and I want it to be more challenging. The first is Sydney, and he leads off a Sableye that's really buff in this game, and I decided on using Wailord to Hydro Pump it twice. We actually got a lucky crit there to finish the job. And now Wailord can't do anything, so I sacrifice him to make a safe switch into a Starmie, and apparently Starmie is faster and able to one-shot it with the Hydro Pump. Sydney decides to bring out a Machamp, and little did he know we actually have a Psychic and that thing goes down. Next is Jolteon, and that thing is the fastest thing that can outspeed anyone in my team, so I need to sacrifice Starmie for the switch. I bring out Swampert even though knowing he has a hidden Horn Grass, but I took the gamble and hit it back with an Earthquake. Tauros is next and Swampert dies to a quick attack. And Kingdra actually able to hold 2 double edge from the Tauros and live with 5 HP, winning us the 1v1 fight. Last is Alakazam, and Kingdra is down, so I switch into Ludicolo. And a Fake Out and 2 Giga Drain is actually not enough to kill this thing, so I switch into Lapras to make sure of victory using a Fake Out later. But apparently Lapras able to shot an Ice Beam while paralyzed and killing the Alakazam instead. And that's first Elite Four done. The next Elite Four is Phoebe, and her team is just pure stall using Double Team and Hypnosis, so if luck is not on your side, this is gonna be hard. She leads off with the Gengar and I leads with a Swampert. He used a nice punch and we hit back using a Muddy Water, which apparently a critical hit and able to one-shot that Gengar from full health. The next Pokemon Phoebe used is a Ludicolo, and I don't think Swampert is useful for later, so I let him stay and take the Giga Drain. And I bring out my own Ludicolo to use Fake Out and spam Giga Drain. Hopefully mine is stronger because I have a Miracle Seed on this thing. I am able to land a good amount of damage using 2 Giga Drain, but the enemy Ludicolo decides to switch into a Grass Whistle, putting us into a sleep, and he hit us back with the Giga Drain. Thankfully it was only a 1-turn sleep though, and we were able to hit it back using our own Giga Drain, giving us the victory on the mirror match. The next Pokemon is Crobat, and I wanna save Ludicolo for later, so I switch into Lapras to take the damage instead. And I was thinking Crobat gonna spam Air Slash on me, but apparently not. He's using a Hypnosis, but not only we dodge a Hypnosis, we also able to get a freeze on our first Ice Beam, and the next Ice Beam able to kill it. That's some luck right there. The next Pokemon is a Gardevoir, and Lapras actually comes in clutch again. He's able to hold a Thunderbolt and a Psychic and live with 5 HP, giving us another chance to shot another Hydro Pump, leaving Gardevoir in almost red health. Thank you Lapras, your sacrifice will not be in vain. Lapras is down, and I switch into Kingdra because I know we are faster than the Gardevoir, and Kingdra shoots Noctiluca, and we got the revenge kill there. The next Pokemon is Dusclops, and this thing actually got buff in this game, and I'll speed up this fight because all he do is spamming double team and rest here, and it's all about RNG to kill that thing. He also have an ability called Pressure to increase a PP usage. As you can see, Kingdra is spamming Octazooka and Surf but eventually dies to a Shadow Ball, and now Starmie is on the field. But somehow Starmie able to land a critical hit Psychic and also a Hydro Pump and killing the Dusclops. Very well done, Starmie. The last Pokemon Phoebe used is a Sableye, and this thing also have a double team and a recover, and he able to take Starmie down using a Brick Break, and Wailord comes in after. Another Quake is dealing a decent amount of damage, and Sableye hits hard back using his Shadow Ball. But in the next turn he's kinda greedy, using another double team, and we got a Hydro Pump in, giving us the victory over the second Elite Four. Now it's time for Glacia. It's water versus ice. And she's leading with a Greely and I lead with a Starmie. Starmie able to deal a good amount of damage using a Psychic, and Greely hit back with a low damage Weather Ball. And I really didn't expect him to just go explode there, considering he still has more than half of the HP. But that's what happened and both of us is down. The next one is Regice versus Wailord, and we hit hard with a Hydro Pump. And fortunately, Regice decides to do a counter on turn 1, so nothing happened. And the next turn is a battle between Thunder and Hydro Pump. We shot another Hydro Pump and leaving him in red health. And I really didn't expect him to shot another Thunder. Considering he's already at red health, I thought he will explode there. We leave a Thunder, got paralyzed, but still able to shot one more Hydro Pump and taking down the Regice. The next Pokemon is a Swift Swim Dugong, and Wailord can't do anything else there, so down he goes by a Drill Run. I decide to put Kingdra out because we also have a Swift Swim on this, so we are faster than the Dugong, and it was a battle between Ice Beam and Noctiluca. But on normal condition, we definitely lose this 1v1 because Ice Beam deals more, but we got a fortunate crit on the second Octazooka, and that gives us the win with one last serve. Glacier decides on sending out Lapras now, and Kingdra is hitting a double edge as a last resort, dealing a decent amount of damage, but Kingdra eventually dies by a Thunder after. I decide on using Swampert to fight this Lapras, and the strategy is just spamming Rock Slide and hope for a flinch, but apparently we didn't get the flinch and we got killed by a critical hit Hydro Pump from a full health. Fair game, I see. Next is a mirror match. It's Lapras versus Lapras, and we able to shot one Hydro Pump but apparently it didn't kill, and we got hit back hard by a Thunder. But we able to hold it and shot one last Shockwave to bring the Lapras down. The next Pokemon Glacier uses Swampert, and actually he missed Yawn on the first turn, so Lapras able to throw out a double edge. But we got hit by a Yawn on the next turn and dies by an Ancient Power. Also, I'm really sorry about the quality drop here. All this clip is taken from my Twitch and looks like in this moment the connection is kinda bad, reducing the quality. Lapras goes down and I bring out my Ludicolo, and we're able to one-shot Swampert using a Giga Drain. That was so satisfying to watch. The last Pokemon Glacier used is a Wailord, and it's a 1v1. Wailord versus Ludicolo. We got a good damage using a Giga Drain, and the Wailord used Amnesia to reduce the next Giga Drain. Another Giga Drain hits lower now, and the Wailord is hitting us back very hard using a Hyper Voice. Actually able to 2-shot us from a full HP. But a Giga Drain spam able to make Ludicolo leave the Hyper Voice twice, and also killing the Wailord with 16 HP left. And that's Glacier's done. Now it's time for the last Elite Four, Drake and his Dragon typing. And of course it's a legendary time. He's leading with a Latios that's holding a Soul Dew, and that thing hits really hard with the Draco Meteor, leaving Lapras at 98 HP. But the recoil from Draco is good, and one Ice Beam leaving the Latios in the yellow health. But Lapras goes down in the next turn by a hidden power. Kingdra comes in next, and since we are faster, we're able to land a Blizzard and killing the Latios instantly. Then a kind of weird thing happened here. Drake decides to bring out Salamence instead of a Dragon Knight. Maybe Drake thinks that Salamence is faster than the Kingdra, but apparently it's not. Salamence instantly goes down by a 4-time super effective Blizzard. I don't know what he was thinking there, but I'll take that. Drake decides on using Latias next, and Kingdra actually got one-shotted by a Soul Dew Dragon Claw from full HP. This Latias is really fast and able to hit really hard there. No more joking around, and I go straight into a Wailord, taking a Dragon Claw and instantly goes into a self-destruct and killing the Latias from full HP into nothing. I'm not letting that Latias using a Calm Mind. On the double down, I sends out Ludicolo and Drake sends out a Tyranitar. We flinch first using a Fake Out and a Giga Drain is dealing more than half. But he hits back pretty hard with a hidden power back maybe? But we're able to kill it in another Giga Drain at the end. Also Tyranitar is not even a dragon, why is he here? Dragonite comes in and we can't do anything to it since he is using a priority extreme speed to kill the Ludicolo from half health. And this Dragonite is hitting really hard. I send Swampert on the field and hoping for an Ice Punch kill. The Dragonite decides to use Dragon Dance and we hit decently with an Ice Punch. On the next turn, another Dragon Dance used and another Ice Punch has been thrown out. On the third turn though, Dragonite is attacking us with an extreme speed, but even with plus 2 attack, extreme speed is not able to one-shot Swampert, and we got a high roll on the last Ice Punch, and we finish the Dragonite. The last Pokemon is a Kingdra and Swampert gets outspeed by him and goes down by a single Octazooka. And it's one last battle, Kingdra versus Starmie. And I really think we are not gonna win here, considering Kingdra hits harder than Starmie. But we got a critical hit Psychic on the first turn, and Kingdra is hitting us back with a Draco Meteor. But with the recoil and the critical hit, the next Psychic is able to kill it. And that's the last Elite Four down, only the champion is standing in front of us. One last battle before becoming the champion, and it's Steven Stone with his legendary team. And we cannot just spam Surf like in the original game. He leads off with his signature Metagross, and I lead with my starter Swampert. It's a battle of an earthquake, and both of us deal some significant amount. But he's in the yellow health now, and I'm pretty sure that Metagross will be using Explosion, but Swampert is not really needed for Steven other Pokemon, so I let him take the Explosion. In this scenario, I'm not sure what to choose and decided on using Lapras. And Steven is sending out an Aerodactyl, so it's Aerodactyl versus Lapras. Aerodactyl is using an ancient power dealing half of my health, but a Revenge Hydro Pump from Lapras able to one-shot it from full HP, taking the Aerodactyl down. Steven now brings out his legendary Mewtwo and I really want to finish this thing as fast as possible. So I switch into a Wailord to take the incoming Big Break and a Psychic. And after holding those two attacks, Wailord instantly goes for the self-destruct, bringing Mewtwo down with him. This was needed for the victory. The next battle is Starmie versus Ludicolo. And actually I don't know why Steven brings out Starmie here. Maybe because it have Thunderbolt and an Ice Beam. And this is actually a good matchup for us. Although Starmie hits really hard with the Psychic, we're actually able to hold back using a Giga Drain and dealing a good amount of damage. And one more Giga Drain is able to kill the Starmie and also give Ludicolo a good amount of health to go on. Only 2 Pokemons left and Jirachi is now here. And I want to save Ludicolo for a Fake Out later, so I switch into Lapras to take the damage instead. But Lapras eventually goes down to an extra Sensor and a Thunderbolt before able to land a single hit on the Jirachi. I'm sorry Lapras. Kingdra is here and we can just spam Octazooka for the Jirachi, And since we are faster, we will not get flinched by the extra sensory. I'm hoping for an accuracy drop using an Octozuka, but apparently that's not happening. But Jirchi is still down after taking 3 Octozuka. But Kingdra is pretty much dying at this point. The last Pokemon is a Deoxys, and I'm just pretty sure this Deoxys can one-shot everyone in my team. And Deoxys even outspeed the Kingdra, and the Kingdra dies to a Psycho Boost there. But we got the chip damage on the recoil though. For the switch, I decided to using Starmie, and knowing the Deoxys have a Shadow Wall and can outspeed the Starmie, I'm starting to lose hope here. But for some reason, a miracle happened, and is Starmie able to leave a Shadow Wall? I've tried this battle more than 100 times, and she always guaranteed to get one-shotted. But somehow this time, he able to hold it at 21 HP and one-shot the Deoxys back with a Hydro Pump, winning us the champion battle and ending the challenge. Thanks to anyone that actually managed to watch until the end of the video. This water monotype challenge is actually a painful thing to do, but this was a really fun challenge. I was happy on doing this Pokemon Emerald journey. And the reason why I started this challenge is actually because I want to make a Pokemon content, and I really like the Gen 3 the most out of all the generation we have. But playing normal game is not that challenging, so I decided on picking this Emerald Kaizo. And it's actually not a bad choice. I think all of this journey took around 38 hours of stream, but all of that is really a valuable experience for me. Also thanks to all the person that encourages me during their stream where we do this challenge live. Hopefully some of you enjoys the video, and all this clip is actually taken from my Twitch. Hopefully you guys can also come and watch me play Pokemon content live. See you later!